What's up, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to the Earnest Movement. So, I've been really blessed to really put my experiences of life, whether it's athletics and business, out into the world for you to see and grow from. And the other day, I had a Facebook viewer by the name of Tiara really reach out to me and ask me two awesome questions. Yes, I still use Facebook, and these are the questions she asked me. She asked, why did it make you feel like you didn't want to be on this earth anymore? And what steps did you take to get yourself out of that mood? So, Tiara, thank you so much for your questions. And hopefully, my answers will help you move in the right direction. So, why did it make me feel like I didn't want to be on this earth anymore? I felt embarrassed. I felt like I lost something big in my life. Here I had an opportunity to take something to another stratosphere, and it didn't happen. The energy wasn't there. The personnel wasn't there. I felt like I went bust at something. I failed at being a businessman. And that hurt me because I put so much out into this world and this community for it to be successful. Then I felt like I lost the trust of a few mentors and family members because they went out of their way to take the time to say, Ernest, you shouldn't do this. Right now is not the right time to have that partnership. You should wait a little bit. You're doing great by yourself. You're doing amazing by yourself. You don't need that person's help. And I didn't listen. I was selfish. I was stubborn. I was bullheaded. And we all know when you're one of those three things, the outcome is never good. And so I learned the hard way. But at the same time, I learned a lot for myself in a good way. I learned how to manage a business. I learned how to manage a partnership. I learned the do's and don'ts on how to run a company with a partner. And so there were some good things in there, but the reason why I felt like I just didn't want to be on this earth anymore was my embarrassment. It was the fact that I lost at something, and I hate losing. Any champion, anyone who's addicted to winning will tell you they cannot stand to lose. But you learn how to be okay with it. And at first, I wasn't okay with it. It took me a long time to get out of that funk. I really learned how to pray more, meditate more, reprioritize what's important in my life, my energy, my happiness, business, the community, the energy that I can give from me to you. That's very important. So if the business isn't going right, I know for a fact that it's going to hurt those around me. And that's what made me so embarrassed because people could tell something wasn't right. People started asking questions, what's wrong? And I've told myself, if I'm going to talk to people, I'm going to give them the truth. So I had to tell them, I had to get it off my chest. And actually, that was the first step to help me get out that mood. I started communicating back with my mentors and my family members and my friends to tell them, man, I failed at something and I just need help to get out of this. I don't need your money. No, I need your love. I need your guidance. And you got to listen to your mentors. That's step number two, maybe three, four, five, six. You need to listen to your mentors because they've been there. They've been through that journey, that experience. So why not? I apologize. I should have took your word. I should have listened more. And at the end of the day, we all laughed about it. It was like, well, now you know. All right, what you gonna do next? And that was really refreshing for me because they didn't give up on me. They didn't stop talking to me. They didn't stop picking up my phone call. They text back. They said, hey, read this book. I want to talk to you. Let's have lunch. I got something for you, which was always food for thought, which to me is better than money because I could take that food for thought, put it into action, and put food on my plate and put food on your plate. And when that started happening, oh man, it felt like an elephant was lifted off my chest. And I felt so much better. And I grew so much from it. So literally, my steps were, hey, look at yourself in the mirror, hit the restart button, say it's okay that you failed. Now get up and show the world who you are. With my name being Ernest, hey, I gotta be the definition of earnest. If not, who am I? Who am I? I'm Ernest. And this is how I live. Yeah, I failed at something, but now I got to get up and show the world who I am. And it gives me a journey for you to look at. It's my story. It's my experience. It's my roadmap to success. If I have a roadmap to success, somewhere along the line, there's going to be a flat tire. There's going to be a problem with my car. I got to fill up the gas tank somewhere. It's the same thing with life. And I learned that. Will I go through it again? Probably. Just like we all do. But that's why billionaires are billionaires. That's why Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan. That's why Usain Bolt is Usain Bolt. That's why you see these champions become champions, because they didn't quit when they lost. They kept pushing and trying to say they learned to be successful. And I learned to be successful through failure. And the last thing was, how did I get myself out of that mood? What was my last step? I let it out for you to hear, for you to learn. My athletes, I talked to them about what was my weakness all the time, what was my distractions all the time. That's what made me a better athlete. And that's how I'm going to make you a better athlete. How am I going to be a better business person? How am I going to help you be a better business person? I'm going to tell you about my failures. I'm letting it out. Let it out. Let it out. It's okay to communicate. That's where people who fail, that's where they mess up. That's where they get it wrong. Because you got all this inside you and you don't let it out. You have all this stuff that you failed at or you want to do well at, but you don't let it out. You don't communicate. You have to communicate. When you communicate, you learn so much more. It's amazing what it can do for you, but you got to allow it to happen. Do not think going into anything, a relationship, a business partnership, a hobby, fatherhood, or parenthood. You cannot think that you know everything, because the moment you think you know everything, just like me in that moment, you will fail. You will be embarrassed. You will hurt so much that you do not want to be on this earth anymore. But then when you start letting it out, you start wanting to learn, you start asking questions, you start getting it off your chest, you start teaching someone who's looking up to you about your failures and your successes. Guess what? Now you feel light as a butterfly and you're ascending to a higher level, because you're not only teaching, but you're letting it out into the world. You're letting it out. So I hope my voice is helping you move in the right direction, because my actions and you looking up to me has helped me move in the right direction. And I want to say thank you. And I love you all for that. And I'll see you soon.